Hey, this is Brandon from Brandlix Media, and in today's video, I'm going to talk about TikTok Shop. It's been a platform that honestly has really surprised me. And in this video, as you can see, I'm going to talk about Goalie, which is a brand that went from $0 to $4 million a month. I'm going to show you the proof in just a second. In just 30 days. 30 to 60 days, I believe, what was the time frame. And so TikTok Shop is such an emerging platform. Several brands are getting into it, but sometimes it doesn't work, sometimes it does work. In this video, I'm gonna bring you through the exact framework that Goalie used to go from $0 to $4 million a month. How do I know how to do this? Well, because we've studied them for the last 3 months, knowing exactly how they did it, what strategy they used, what shop features they use, descriptions. We also went on and studied the entire funnel on the back end, and so I'm going to show you exactly what they're doing, so you know how to go from $0 to $4 million a month. Maybe you can achieve that for your own e-commerce business. Okay, with no further ado, let me show you the numbers. Let me move myself a little bit. As you can see here, in the last 30 days, they did $3.96 million. That's on average $131,000 per day in sales. Okay, and actually they hit 366,000 as of like yesterday. So that's crazy numbers. And so what tool is this? Caludata is basically a tool that allows you to track all TikTok Shop data, so you can track videos, live streams that work, creators that are crushing it, or the ones that are performing in the best way, shops, right? You can filter by category, and then honestly just explore and also do a lot of competitor research. So as we are onboarding our clients on TikTok Shop and getting results, etc., we are studying, just like we do in any marketing strategy. We funnel hack everything to the T, so that we know their funnel, their strategy, what they're doing with their creators, what offers they're pushing, and basically how they're presenting their TikTok Shop and scaling to these numbers. And so this is pretty much the proof that they're absolutely killing it. And now, with no further ado, let me actually switch screen. As usual, I have a beautiful diagram that I've built where I go over the exact strategy. Okay, so let me just switch. Just give me 1 second. Cool. So this is the framework to go from $0 to $4 million a month, just like them on TikTok Shop alone. I'm not talking about TikTok ads or any other type of social platform. I'm just talking about TikTok Shop, which is its own kind of ecosystem, right? And for those of you who don't know exactly what TikTok Shop is, I encourage you to go look online. This is not a video where I explain what TikTok Shop is. Yeah, so go and do that if you don't know what TikTok Shop is, and then come back to this video, because this video is going to be a little more in depth and kind of intermediate, where I bring you through the exact strategies that they used, okay, and that we're also implementing for our own clients. Okay, so how to go from $0 to hero. So TikTok Shop, it has several processes, right? For those of you who don't know, I own an agency and I do several different services like email, content creation, all these things, ads. And I can guarantee you, like, fulfilling TikTok Shop is like at least double the time, in terms of like the time that we actually put in, and the energy that we put in, and the resources especially that we put into TikTok Shop service delivery, because there's so many different moving parts that we're going to actually talk about in this video. So the first foundational step is product. Then we're going to talk about shop optimization, creating the offer, creator sourcing, how to source creators and find the best talent out there to push and promote your product. And then creator training, how we personally train creators actually, but how they are doing it as well. This is actually more about us, but I'm sure that they have this ecosystem in place. And then how they're able to scale with paid ads, and how we're doing that as well for our own clients. Okay, so this is a proven process. And by the way, as you can see here, like there's, I talk about their specific, this is a small case study about them specifically, but we implement this process at least for all of our clients as well. Okay, so first of all is the product. As you can see here, this is an ongoing process, and it's repeatable. You have to optimize your store, create new offers, source more creators. So this is a loop, right? But this doesn't work. You can't go from $0 to hero without a winning, not necessarily a winning product, but a product that actually works well and is promotable on TikTok. And TikTok Shop is just, a better, like, it's an ecosystem. You can pretty much test if your product is going to work on TikTok Shop by just testing it on your TikTok, right? So it's like kind of the same thing. They're both organic ways of growing, right? So what do you need? First of all, you need a product that has great reviews. And by the way, once again, if you choose if you choose and promote the wrong product, all of this is not going to work. So it's like basically you're working for nothing. So make sure that the product has these things: great reviews, a lot of social proof if you have any. If you don't, it's like, of course, social proof is a plus, but at least have some reviews. And then very unique, not something people see everywhere. So if you're selling like a skincare product that is just like any other skincare product or doesn't have like some sort of unique mechanism to it, it's gonna be really hard for you. By the way, like selling a skincare product that doesn't have a unique mechanism is gonna be hard to market either way, but specifically for TikTok Shop, it's gonna be even harder, okay? And then it has to have good margins. The good thing about TikTok Shop is that whenever like you pay your creators mostly whenever they make a sale, so it's basically commission based. So I would at least recommend for you to have 50% margins on your product. If you have lower than that, I mean you can still of course make it work, because typically the commissions go from 15%, that's what you pay the creators, to 20%, 25%, in some cases 30%. So even if you have like lower than 50% margin, you can of course still make it work. This is the beauty of TikTok Shop. It's very, very, very profitable, but I recommend having at least 50%. But this is probably the most important thing. It has to be unique. There needs to be a unique mechanism. There needs to be some sort of viral factor to the product, or else it's kind of going to be a challenge, and you're going to also have a hard time finding creators that are going to say yes to working with you. So this is the first thing over here. Now, shop optimization. This is absolutely crucial. The way that we're presenting our product and the way that people are scrolling through our shop is really important. Just like you optimize a Shopify store, you need to optimize the way that your product pages look like on your TikTok Shop. And so I basically did a little diagram here and showcasing how their store looks like. Let me actually just show you their landing page. I have it open over here. This is what it looks like. And this is the beauty of like Calo data, by the way. You can just go in here and click over here, and it will bring you to this page. You can funnel hack everything. And so they have amazing images. So I really recommend this if you don't have like a graphic, hire a graphic designer just to do this. This is really important. This is how the product sells itself. And then a good description, whatever, more information about your shipping details. And then they have a lot of reviews. And then obviously the thing that I like the most here also is that they have great graphics over here on the bottom section. This is like a mini landing page. Go through it, funnel hack them if you need to. I've already done this a lot. But yeah, so this is a great landing page. So this is the first step. Let me go back to the sheet. This is the first step. Not having an optimized page is kind of like you're burning through your, you're not really optimizing as you should, and your conversion rate wouldn't be as high as if you build something like this. So this is the first stage. The next stage is creating the offer. Now this is really fundamental and important. I'll explain by creator offer and what I mean by that. Whenever, the goal of TikTok Shop is eventually to have 100 to 100, 300 creators promote for you, meaning that every single creator essentially posts once a day. And, the problem though is, how do we attract people on a commission basis, right? Every single creator, we're in a position here where everybody's getting into TikTok Shop, brands are, but there's almost not enough creators to support the demand. And so essentially content creators, UGC, TikTok content creators essentially, or the affiliates, right? They get blasted with 100, 120, 150 DMs or messages every single day from TikTok Shop sellers or owners that are just pitching them the product and say, hey, I have an amazing product. Here's, we give 20% commission, 15% commission, 30% commission. But the problem is that is, even if TikTok Shop is really, really new, because it's just been emerging since the last 6 to 12 months only, it's kind of already saturated to just say, here's 15% off, sell my product. The creators are now in a position where they have so much choice that they would rather choose a brand that is established, has reviews, has a wow factor to the product, has a great offer so they can make great commissions, right? So we need to find a way, even if you're starting from scratch, to make sure that we have leverage and we show the content creators that we have leverage over all of our competition. How do we do this? This is exactly what Goalie did, by the way. This is how they were able to go from like 0 to I'm not sure how many creators, like hundreds of creators, promoting for them and posting every single day. This is, by the way, this is the only way that you can go from 0 to $4 million in sales, just basically mostly through affiliates. And of course, they were putting some ad spend into that, and I'm going to go through that exactly how they did that in just a second. But this is the only way to do it, okay? And so this is what most people do. They just say, oh, we offer 15% standard or 25% commission. This is what everybody does. This is what they did. They essentially applied one-time special creator offers with an expiration date, right? So essentially every month or every 2 weeks or every week for a specific time, they had a specific, sorry, 1 second, my messages are going crazy here. There we go. So they basically launched an offer to the market. When I say market, I essentially mean the content creators. So whenever they went on and pitched and sent campaigns to reached out to content creators or whatever the case may be, they essentially added a small deck, presentation deck, and this screenshot that you see is just one part of the deck that I saw, where they essentially explained the brand. They increased the perceived value. They presented and said, okay, we have 10,000 or 150,000 reviews, X, Y, Z amount of happy customers, a product selection that is unique. We're the #1 supplement or whatever, gummy, whatever they're selling, product in the world, right? They positioned themselves as the authority in the niche and the industry. On top of that, which is why everything worked in the first place, they had crazy bonus offers. So just like you have an offer for, you launch a product and you have an offer for your consumers, your customers, your clients, you have to do the same thing. They did the same thing, but for content creators and affiliates, right? So essentially, this chart says if you get 4,000 in sales, you win an iPhone 15 Pro. If you get 5,000, you get this. If you generate $500,000 in sales, you get to win a Tesla, a MacBook Pro, and Miami retreat, which is absolutely crazy. Of course, this company, Goalie, has obviously large budgets. They're probably funded and everything, but you don't have to do something like this, as I say in my note over here. You don't have to copy this. You have to model the framework. So instead of maybe giving an iPhone, you can maybe do like give a gift card or do a giveaway or do something that is quite high perceived, so that you can actually compete with and outperform and receive way more yeses than everybody else just saying, hey, here's 15%, that's all I offer. Okay, so this is what I recommend. And on top of just doing this, as I explained before, I recommend building kind of like a brand book or a PDF that is like 5, 6, 10, 12 slides, where people just can explore the brand and see the perceived value of why they should be working with you instead of like your competition and somebody else. Okay, present yourself as an 8 or 9 figure brand. That's what I always like to say. Okay, so this is fundamental in how they were able to attract talent to promote their product. Now, this is really, really important over here, creator sourcing. The thing is with TikTok Shop is that it's really hard to find content creators manually, right? So we actually leverage AI and tools and bots and automations that where we're able to essentially send 200, 500, 1,000 messages every single day to people and to content creators specifically, so that we can receive a lot of requests and replies, and then we can filter out and choose who we want to work with. And so we basically reach out to so many creators that we just kind of like have a surplus of yeses, right? So these are the 4 steps that we used and they used as well. Number 1 is establishing a creator avatar. This is fundamental. The first thing you want to do is pull up a sheet, put 4 or 5 bullet points of your ideal customer. Why your ideal customer? Because you want your content creators to also kind of look and feel like your avatar customer types. So once we know that, we can reach out. We leverage AI and tools. If you don't know of any, I can actually let me know if you don't know of any. This video is not for that. I would have to speak about other things, but I can maybe put in the link or in the comments if you ask for it down below what tools we're using that are working really, really well for us. Where you're basically able to blast hundreds of collaboration requests every single day. And as I said before, able to receive a lot of yeses. Step 3, reply to interested creators. Step 4, onboard qualified content creators. Now, the thing that I'm not sure if Goalie does it, but we do this internally, and it works super, super well, is that we actually create a Slack creator group chat. So every single content creator that we onboard as an affiliate, we put them into the Slack. We call it like a war room, and this is kind of like the movie Wolf of Wall Street, where everybody was in the room, super energized. Everybody was selling on the phone, right? We want to create the same similar environment, but for our affiliates. The goal here is to make sure that every single person that is promoting the product is super incentivized and is within an environment that is really hungry. And so we share wins, we share winning concepts. A content creator, if they get like 5 sales in a day, they share it, right? So like it's kind of a way to motivate each other and build momentum all together. So this is a great idea. Now, part of this process, and this is something we've built, and I know that Goalie has very similar systems and processes in terms of tracking results, but you want to create even if it's simple, a tracker where you track the creator names, their link to their TikTok, the performance fee, so you have an understanding of how much you're paying out. Typically it's between 15 to like 25%. 25% is a great offer. And then if they have a monthly base, some creators, especially the ones that receive a lot of requests, so the ones basically that have like 50, 100, 300,000, a million followers, some of these creators just want a base. Even if they don't have millions of followers and they have like some sort of following, some of them like want some sort of small retainer. So that's going to be kind of like your upfront ad spend, if you want to put it that way. But we try to negotiate always with performance fee, and that's why like building this offer and increasing the perceived value of your brand and how it's you're presenting, so that the creators themselves see this as a really golden opportunity to promote your product and make money. Just that alone will allow you to have less like monthly base fees because of the way that you're presenting, right? Then you track published videos, total amount of views, sales generated, and then we included the small calculator that basically creates a payout sheet so that we can also calculate the TikTok Shop direct ROI that you're getting. And the beauty with TikTok Shop is that on average you get like 4, 5, 6, 7x return because, once again, we're paying performance fees that are fixed, and we're only paying them once they generate sales for our businesses, right? And then we have a little notepad so that we can keep track of all the creators and how they're doing. Now, the next step over here, let me just drink because I am dry. The next thing over here is creator training. Now, this is absolutely important. What Goalie also does is that as they build and onboard creators, what's really important is to have a framework where as you onboard them, not only you put them into the war room, right? The Slack affiliate kind of partnership group chat on Slack, right? But we want to, within that chat, we want to give them resources, proven storyboards, viral videos, viral trends, hooks that worked well. And like you can pretty much, this is at least how we do it, right? We share scripts exactly like this that have been proven in the past, so that each creator can essentially just leverage a concept that already is proven to work and just replicate it. And there's a saying in the digital marketing world that says if it went viral once, it's going to go viral again, right? I'm not sure if that's really a saying, but that's my saying, I guess. So chances are if it went viral once, it's going to go viral again. It's just a matter of just trying and tweaking. And this is how we kind of allow our content creators to get the best results and therefore make more commissions, and then of course make more sales on our end. Okay, and then of course we just share raw, like not raw but like final edited like viral videos, so they can see the entire video and just literally copy it. So this is really fundamental. Now the last step over here, and how they were also to kind of like able to achieve these results, is that of course TikTok Shop gave an immense foundation, meaning that typically whenever you get a TikTok Shop view you get more awareness, you get more website visitors. You're gonna see a couple things happening when you grow with TikTok Shop. Your website visitors are gonna increase, of course, because your level of awareness is increasing, but also your Amazon, if you're on Amazon or Etsy or eBay, whatever, those channels are also going to increase. Because when we're talking about working with, creators, we're gonna get to a point, as you see here, where we get 1 million, 5 million, 10 million, 20 million, 50 million views in like a month. And trust me, like the amount of views that they got to generate $4 million in sales in 30 days in their first month is a lot of millions, like way, way, way a lot of millions. Okay, so how they do it here is that as they grow their TikTok shop, they do a lot of retargeting, and we studied all of their backend retargeting systems by just looking at their ads library, their TikTok ads, their Google ads. We studied their entire funnel, and what they do is that they basically trap the web visitor from TikTok Shop into all of their other platforms. So whenever they come from TikTok Shop into their ecosystem, they're unable to escape. And this is kind of also the benefit of TikTok Shop. You get eyeballs, and then you get more eyeballs that you can retarget, and just warmer pools of retargeting audiences, which is absolutely amazing. And so, at least with our clients, we've noticed that since we started this service, and we started increasing sales on TikTok, we also noticed that on the ads manager on Meta or on TikTok or on Google, we were able to slightly increase retargeting budgets, just because we were creating bigger pools, amounts of pools. Does that make sense? Let me know. If it doesn't, I'll explain again in the comments. And then, of course, there's another feature called TikTok Shop Ads, where you can just go in your TikTok Ads Manager and actually run specific TikTok Shop ads. And this is also a strategy that they leveraged to scale quite rapidly and aggressively. So this is it for now. Hopefully, you saw some value in this video. But just kind of to recap here, because this is the backbone and foundation of the entire strategy. What they did to get results: first of all, their product is absolutely great. The pricing is also great. One thing to mention is that if your product is like $500, you can test it. I've seen some TikTok shop or some TikTok brands that were promoting on TikTok that were doing fine with like higher AOV products. But typically with TikTok shop, it's better to like promote a product that is 10, 20, 30, 50, probably maximum around, but like ideally below $100. There isn't a rule here, because if you're able to find a marketing angle that resonates with TikTok shop, the TikTok audience, then you can still do it. But it's really important to I'm just telling you based on my experience, if you sell a $50 product, it's easier than doing a $150 product or a $300 product specifically on TikTok shop. Okay, this is my personal experience. Then you optimize your shop. You make sure that your offer is really unique, so that you don't sound like anybody else from a creator standpoint. That's the offer that for them. Then you source creators with the automation. I'll let me know in the comments below if you want the tools that we use. And then creator training. This is essential, so that you feed them winning creatives every single week, so that they know exactly what they need to be doing, and you kind of do the research for them. And then you can kind of like exponentially increase in scale with paid ads, TikTok shop ads, and that sort of thing. So this is the process that Goldie used. Once again, they're doing very well, $4 million a month and nothing. Let me know if you have any questions. This was kind of like a complete video on the entire TikTok shop journey. As I said before, let me know if you have any questions on this topic. I know that there's a lot of questions, because it's a very, very new emerging platform and a lot of brands are getting into it. But yeah, also please comment below. Oh, by the way, for those of you who don't know, I own an agency. We also started including TikTok shop services, and of course we also do other services like content creation, email marketing, paid advertising on TikTok, Facebook, Google. We do it all. So if you have an e-commerce brand doing at least $50,000 to $100,000 a month, and you want to scale to the next level to multi 7 figures or even 8 figures like some of our clients, just make sure to book a call with either me or one of my team members, and we can have a free audit session. Okay, that's it for this video. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and see you in the next one. Bye.